sparring? What pros have you sparred?
I'll spar with pros, amateurs, everybody. See, everybody asking me, man, who you sparring with? I don't spar. I don't really don't spar hard until people come to the gym and try to challenge me. I work on my craft. I don't think about like everybody else. They taught to throw punches. I'm taught to avoid punches. You gotta try to hit me, and I'm taking away. My whole thing is shut down, and then it's my time. I'm a smart guy in the ring. I'm very tactical. I don't just come to box. I come to shut you down, to make you think the whole time. When you leave fighting me, you're gonna be like, man, that was the hardest test I ever. I hate taking tests because I'm the hardest test you're gonna face. That's just how it is, and it's always gonna be. I did it at heavyweight, and I'm coming back to do it at middleweight. The same exact thing, but this time I think I'm better because I'm much healthier than I was at heavyweight. Much healthier.
Talk about that health. Talk about being vegan and so on.
Woo, man, wow. So 2009, I came out with nerve damage in my foot. It was neuropathy, and my last fight was in 2008, and I was a little down after the fight because everybody had me retired. I'm thinking I've been boxing. I was 5 years old. Now I'm done. I still feel I got it. And then 4 months later, I have pain in my foot, and that led to major downward spiral for the next 11 and a half years. I mean, the problems I had with my foot, wanted to cut it off, wanted to cut my leg off. I was in so much pain, going freaking crazy, going to doctors everywhere, spending money and homeopathic doctors, doing all these treatments. Nobody knew what was wrong. Nobody. 2012, 2009, I came down with it. In 2012, I said, forget it. I'm not going to no more doctors. So I cut everybody off for 5 years. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing nothing. I took the pain. So, and then when I took the pain, eventually it caught up to me in 2017. Very suicidal, very depressed. I started seeing homeopathic doctors, start understanding certain things. But it's funny. I went to a homeopathic doctor. I'm sitting in the lobby and I'm reading books, Eat to Win, How to Eat for Life, all this stuff about eating. And I remember Dr. Sebi, listening to Dr. Sebi years ago, but I never went by his eating plan because I want to eat the same way I'm eating. And I was very, very sensitive to food. Through my career, I had a lot of problems. And then I just went for it. I said, I'm changing my diet. And when I changed, I seen where certain things start getting better with me. And then I just started going deeper into studying food and deeper into the way I ate and the way I looked at food. I was it really is interesting when you start studying food and what's for your body, what you really need for energy and just to live, and what they tell you that you should be eating, and it's not even true. And then I just started changing everything and things got better. And I'm with a cannabis expert. Her name is Tammy Thomas, and going the cannabis route also, that with my diet, it literally healed my body myself. So we could do it ourselves. I needed 2 shoulder replacements, 2 hip replacements. I had 1 hip replacement. I needed the other one replaced, and I had nerve damage in my foot. And I had it all at the same time. And I healed my body. I did it. Let's go. I healed it.
Wow.
I healed it. So people out there, if you listening, heal your body. Get your life back. Get your life back. I got mine back. It was over. my life was over. Suicidal. I mean, I'm stinking depressed. I wanted to go into a home and just, it's over. I had no reason to live. I was all messed up. My body was messed up. My brain all confused. I'm all over the place, not remembering anything. But I'm back, and I'm back to win world titles to prove that health is everything. You can do it yourself. My thing is motivation. Motivate people to get up. Let's get up and go to work. It's one life. Man, I turned 50 and I started thinking. You see how fast 50 came? Just like that. In another 50 years, I'll be 100. And what I'm be saying, man, 100. That next 50 years went fast. What I'm gonna do now? I want to box again? No, forget that. I got it in my second half of my life. I'm getting it in.
Wow.
I got my life back, bro.
Amen. That's definitely inspiring. And what's beautiful about this, the co-host is vegan, so and he just arrived, and I know he wants to add. I know he wants to add to this. DB.
A round of applause for the champ. The champ is here. The champ is here. Hey, when I was trying to connect, I missed like a few minutes of what he was saying, but I already feel the energy. I just see the way that the champ look. I see his teeth white. I see his eyes white. He's smiling, face shining. And, he looking like $1 million. At first, when he said he was going to make a comeback, I don't like to see fighters come back usually. You know what I mean? And, but with this lifestyle, man, he'd be 70 years old, man, still moving like he's 35, like he's half his age. So
yes,
I'm excited for his success, but I know that through health and wellness, and it usually starts with nutrition. That's 80% of our results come from what we put in our bodies.
Yes,
and I know you can do anything. So I'm proud of you, champ.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Health is everything.
And on top of that, I was looking. My birthday is on August 16th, and I looked and I said, "Hold on, champ, you August 15th, right?"
Yeah.
And you share a birthday with the late great Nipsey Hussle. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, you share a birthday with the late great Nipsey Hussle. Yeah.
Man, that almost brought tears to my eyes. Dang.
Yeah. So, man, I'm glad to have you in here. But I do want to talk to you about something. And this was not a part of your success. I know you fought the Klitschko's, whether they're German, Russian, or whatever. You had success with one brother, but then when you faced Vladimir, you faced him twice unsuccessfully. Now, at this age now, after having experience, after living 2 or 3 different lifestyles and revisiting those fights, if you could coach the younger 30-year-old you, and I think 36-year-old you now, how would you go into those fights, and how would you have beat Vladimir?
Oh my God. The first fight, I wouldn't have trained so hard. I would have stayed back a little bit more, just like in the second fight and box. I was a little bit too anxious in the second fight. First fight, I was just dead. I was flat. It was just a weird experience. But in coaching him against him, it's a tough matchup. Regardless, he's 6'7", 245 pounds, and he's using all of his advantages to his advantage. I mean, standing tall, he's super strong, using the jab to keep me away. I'm not a pressure guy, so I'm waiting for him to come at me. Coaching is smart. Wait. I heard Emmanuel Stewart, when I watched the tape over, in the corner say, just wait on him. That's what you do with a slick fighter. See, most coaches don't know that, so they don't wait. If a guy got an advantage on you, use it. He's 6'7", I'm 6'1", barely. I weigh 210 pounds, he's 250. I mean, he used his advantages. So, it's just a tough matchup. If I do it again, he'll probably lose in a close decision. I can say he'll beat me, but it'll be close. It'll be a close fight. I think I get him, but it's a hard matchup.
Yeah. So from your experience and having your heavyweight eyes, who do you see right now as being the most talented, not necessarily the best, but the most talented fighter in the heavyweight division?
Oh, that Tyson Fury, easy as far as his advantages at 6'9", but his boxing skills. Boxing skills. I can tell you a story that's crazy. So before he fought Deontay Wilder the first time, I'm telling everybody and all the boxers, we're talking on the phone. Oh yeah, the fight coming on in a few weeks. Who you got? Okay, Deontay Wilder gonna knock him out easy. The day before the fight. No, I'm sorry. It's the day of the fight. Day of the fight, I'm watching Tyson Fury, Christian Hammer fight. They were showing the fight, I think, on ESPN Plus or something. And I'm like, he gonna beat Deontay Wilder. Now, this man haven't fought. He had one fight in years. He looked bad. I said, he gonna beat him because of his boxing skills. I never really paid attention to his skills. He fight to a draw, and then he come back, and next fight he beat him. He's a knowledgeable guy. He know how to box. So I look at him as the guy that you really have to beat. He don't have to have power. He's just smart. And just subtle movement, he gonna control everything for a while. Until the big strong guy is gonna come at him. If they'll knock him out, he gonna outbox him. That's what he do for 12 rounds. And he's gonna be a hard matchup for everybody.
Which leads me to my next question, performance-enhancing drugs. What do you think should happen with people who are caught or convicted of taking PEDs and steroids?
Honestly, if you have a ban for life, let's see how many guys use it. I'm fighting that heavyweight undersized, and a major heavyweight tell me about the PEDs that I didn't believe it until I really had to take a look at it. I'm like, everybody they're on it or getting busted at the high level, and nobody talk about it. Nobody. If somebody killed my kid, I'm investigating everything. You had, I think last year, 3 kids died in the ring, 1 died in sparring. Did they ever question PEDs? Man, when you're amped up on PEDs, you're a different person. Now you got confidence. Now you want to fight. You a coward before it, but now you got your drugs. I was a coach after boxing also. When I came out, I was in pain and coaching. I seen drugs all over the table. I never said anything. I never, and I would never say anything about who was using it. But I was really thinking, wow, you really need this? My mother and father picked cotton. Like I said, they picked cotton. We worked our ass off to get to a high level. I worked my butt off. And now I get to the highest level, and now you using drugs? That's excuse my language, it's some bullshit, man. That's just some bull. I mean, and then they get a slap on the wrist and come right back and use drugs again. And then use it again. And all these guys, champions, they know they use it. And when I come back and I talk about it, matter of fact, I posted it. No response from nobody. No boxers, nothing, because they know they're users.
What percentage of fighters do you think? First, let me get the super chat. Dre's Finest says, Chris Byrd, just don't face Wilder.
No, I ain't facing no head. If I face Tyson Fury before I face Wilder.
Hey,
good answer.
What percentage of fighters would you say are taking performance enhancing drugs?
I say this, a lot. Just a lot. And you use it at, I mean, you got guys. I was with guys that they weren't even pro yet. They weren't even pro yet, and they were already using. And I'm just in camp, and I'm not saying nothing. Just wow. That's all I say. But now I'm back, and I'm coming to a division and all these guys use it. No, I'm gonna come to your camp and we're gonna see what you're doing every day, because you gotta go somewhere to get your drugs, or somebody gotta come to you. Because I know how this thing works. I'm 50 years old, so I know dumb. I know dumbhead. I'm a smart head. I understand. You using drugs at the high level. You using major drugs. Major. You got chemists and scientists behind all this stuff. They know how to get past all this. I'm not stupid. Think I'm dumb. I got real arrogant when I was boxing at heavyweight, because when I found out most of these guys are on drugs, I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna say nothing. But it's going to make me feel really good to beat you while you're on drugs and I weigh 210 pounds. Really? You 240, 50 pounds on drugs, and you have to fight me undersized. You have to use drugs. I'm that good. That's how I see it. Look at my heavyweight losses. Just look at my heavyweight loss. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. And I ain't going to say no more. Look at my losses. Look at my losses and look at the one draw I had. And tell me, is there drugs involved in every one of those damn fights? I'm risking my life with these big dudes. They all on drugs. I'm risking my life. They ain't risking that. I'm hitting them 10-1. Nobody say nothing about it. But I'm saying something about it. Look at my heavyweight losses. That's all I got to say.
So you think Vladimir was on PEDs?
Look at my heavyweight losses. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Please.
So
go ahead, D.
No, I was just saying, with that being said, because you said Tyson Fury was the most talented, but if he's a 300-pound man at damn near 7 feet tall and he's on PEDs, well, he's been convicted before, and also with tampered gloves, I mean, does that still make him the most talented fighter?
He's talented in his skill set. All the rest of the stuff is that's just straight cheating. You cheat. He a cheater. Come on, man. Okay. You talent with the skill set. You can make guys miss. You can box. You can frustrate them. You can use your height to do all that stuff. But now you got an extra man in the ring with you with that drug. So you with the drugs, yeah, you're going to do your thing. Of course, you're a different person. You a coward without if you didn't need the drugs, you know, people say, well, I really don't need it. Well, don't use them. I look at it like that. You can't be a damn man and just use your own natural strength. All these guys using drugs like crazy. And next thing you know, I'm a tough guy. I'm the best. I'm this and that. You're a coward. You're some cowards, man. I'm like, and then I get accused of using drugs. People accuse me. Well, how'd you put on the weight? Man, if you knew my story, you'd be like, I came through the gutter. The gutter. I ain't have nothing. Nightclub. I'm Olympic silver medalist fighting in a nightclub. I didn't get paid my first 2 fights. And somebody gonna tell me I'm using drugs. I ain't had no money. I had to work my butt off. Work through a nightclub. Finally make it out of a nightclub. Get disrespected. Fight on the undercard of USA Tuesday night fights. And that's how I get discovered. The walk-in bout of a USA Tuesday night fight. They were like, "Dang, where you been?" And next thing you know, I'm fighting. I made $1,200 that night. I'm 5-0. Olympic silver medalist, made $1,200 that night. Next fight, I made 10 grand fighting on USA. I thought I could buy my city. I finally made it, and then I started making my way. So, and people tell me I'm using drugs. No, it's hard work, bro. It's hard work. You keep working hard. On this comeback, I'm not playing. This ain't no 50-year-old Mike Tyson, Roy Jones exhibition. I'll come back to win world titles. I'll come back to be serious and teach the rightness, the health of boxing, the right way to fight. It's the art of self-defense. People don't know how to teach. They don't teach this sport, and the boxers don't want to listen. I'm like, okay, well, I got to come back and show. And when I show you a 50-year-old man fighting like a 20-year-old man, clowning all these guys, you're going to be like, what? How did he do it? And I'm going to show you. And I'm going to tell you, and I'm like, hey, this is me. This is how I do it. But I'm going to get mine this time. I didn't get mine at heavyweight. It's all good. This time I'm going to have so much fun.
Champ, do you have a relationship with Mark Breland at all?
I know Mark. He's one of my favorite fighters.
Okay.
All time.
Hey, let me back
Yeah.
that question up, DB, for a second, and then I'll let you. Yeah. Okay. Now that you said that Klitschko and Ike and